It was the summer of 1954, and the river ran slower than I remembered, thick and green under the July sun, its banks lined with wild mint and the whisper of willow leaves brushing the water's edge. I was 12, with knees sunburned from days barefoot in the grass, and in my pocket a small tin my grandfather had given me, filled with crumbs of bread for the minnows. The old wooden bridge creaked under my weight as I leaned over the rail. The smell of sun-warmed water and wet earth rising up to meet me. Somewhere downstream a cow lowed, its voice carrying lazily through the sweltering air, and from the far meadow came the faint metallic chorus of my cousins playing with tin pails. Every sound felt like it belonged to me then, part of a wide and endless summer that I couldn't imagine ever ending. Grandfather was there that day, seated at the edge of the bridge in his faded straw hat, whittling a piece of cedar into something I couldn't yet imagine. He didn't speak much. We didn't need him to. The river did the talking, the minnows flashing silver between shadows, the bees stumbling drunk among the tall clover. Occasionally, the wind would turn, bringing the scent of bread baking from my grandmother's kitchen, warm, yeasty, and a promise of supper when the sun dipped low. I remember asking him, in the quiet way children sometimes ask questions that are too large for their own size, if rivers ever stopped. He smiled without looking up from the wood, his pocket knife glinting in the light. "They stop," he said slowly, "when they reach where they're meant to go, but they never forget the fields they've passed." I didn't understand it then. I only broke the bread into crumbs and scattered them, watching the minnows dart and flare like bits of living coin. But the words lodged somewhere, like seeds in dry soil, and over the years they've grown into something I can feel more than explain. Perhaps that's why I've carried this bridge, with its peeling paint and lazy July air, inside me all my life. It taught me to see that everything moves, but not everything is lost. Decades later, the bridge is gone, replaced by clean steel and concrete. The river runs faster now, as if it knows time better than I do. Grandfather has been absent from this earth for so long that my youngest grandchildren only know him through the way I tell stories, through my descriptions of his hands, worn smooth from tools, and the cedar shavings curling to the ground. But I can still see him when I close my eyes, still feel the heat on my back that day, still smell the wild mint crushed under my heel, still hear the slow sure cut of his knife in the wood. In moments when life feels hurried and unfamiliar, I return to that bridge. I stand again in the thick wash of sunlight, the river beneath me, minnows rising like sparks in the green water, and grandfather's voice saying that nothing forgets the fields it's passed. It's a strange comfort, knowing that while summers fade and rivers change, they carry the shape of their journey within them. And maybe that's all we can really hope for, that the places we've touched will live on in us, and we in them, long after the day has gone quiet.